Sheffield is united once again behind the Steelers as they take on their cross-Pennine foes Manchester. After a pair of Challenge Cup wins, another here would make it 3-0 against Storm this season. Derek Gentile and Ivan Bjorkley-Nordstrom are back in the Steelers lineup as Jordan Southorn makes way. Drew DeRidder gets the starting goal for Manchester. Holding on to leads has been an issue for the Steelers this season. It cost them last night in Nottingham, and last time here against Storm, the visitors came from 3-0 down to force overtime. If Aaron Fox's team can get in front today, they need to show they can stay there. Their 8-4 record overall is not entirely powered by just their form in the Storm shelter. Steelers win the face-off. Tanzi fires it across, knocked out of the air and in! What a goal that is!
Mitchell Hurd.
A baseball swing and a line drive into the top corner.
Yeah, I think just about anybody in the majors would have been happy with that swing at that. It's not a swing and a miss and a woof. It's a good job off the face-off, set play. Win the face-off, Kevin Tanzi drives down the boards and Mitchell Hurd goes to the back post, and you'll see it right here come up, just get it towards the net. Mitchell Hurd actually stumbles and then bats it out of the air. A little bit fortunate. Good start.
Shot from Jasper wide. Drop back towards Jasper. And then again. Throws it goalwards. It'll come to Tate. Can he squeeze it in? No, he can't. DeRidder got across and made the pad save. And was moving across so quickly, even the net couldn't stop him.
That's why you have those nets that are solid. I mean, he takes a huge push out of this. It's actually his shoulder as he lifts himself up onto the post. It actually blows the near side out and spins the net around. So this is what we say. It's good to see that the netminders have the pressure here, but you see he gets over and he puts that much force up against the post that he pops the other side off. It just shows how hard it is to make a save in this league, as that actually makes it off the chest. I would have thought would have been in the net if he doesn't get that good push.
So you got a penalty on the play to Harrison Keynes. Which I have to say, I didn't pick up live.
No, and you can see him there with his stick, just trying to, take out our camera. They're just having a little say hello to you, a little peekaboo at you, but you can't put your stick in front of it like that. Come on.
Well, we do have another camera which you can zoom in.
There you go. You can still find you.
Balmas with the clean face-off win. Cormier to Balmas. Down low, Usula across for Gentile.
Yeah, we're going to see if we're going to challenge this goal on the ice. As Gentile comes in, I think it goes off his skate. But a good set play again, in and around, moving the puck. Gentile arriving at the right time. And you said, Jonathan, about him scoring some goals to stay in the lineup, and well, that's one way to do it. Nice set play. Usula come down. We'll see right there. It's a stopping motion, so right there he's got his stick right down by his skate as well. That's a great little play by him. You can see everything is there ready to try to put the puck in the back of the net.
Puck hits the official, but Storm careless in possession. Nardi didn't realise that the back checkers were on him. Usula won it back. Hurd shoots. DeRidder saves. And once again, you go anywhere near a Storm netminder, this is going to happen.
Yeah, again, there's much to do about nothing, I guess, realistically. This is what we were saying about Storm before the game started. It's something they don't want to get involved in. They're already down 2. They had a good job coming back to this the last time they were here.
Tanzi is always prepared to take the world on.
And Welch just
and
decided
Welch says, if you want to go, let's go.
Yeah, well, now he doesn't want to spin around. He takes a swing at Kevin Tanzi and then tries to bury his head. Yeah, it's certain things you don't really want to be doing.
You don't need me to tell you that both penalty box doors are open.
Yeah.
And there's the hand that comes in from Hurd. Oh, Brandon Clavel. Clavel fighting back. But Hurd with the punches that count and the takedown. Ah, Steelers and Storm. This is how it's supposed to be.
You got to keep everybody excited. Got to get everybody in the game.
It's not quite New Year's Eve 2000.
There's still a bit of room in the penalty box. Is what you're saying, Jonathan?
Well, we only had a few players getting involved in fisticuffs there rather than the entire line. So the Steelers on a 5-on-4 power play. I suspect we're just going to get 5 for fighting, 5 for fighting, 5 for fighting, 5 for fighting.
Oh,
he said too much.
Yeah, a little bit too much, and that's enough. Someone's getting sent.
It's Welsh.
No.
This Clavel back in the dressing room getting some treatment. This is Welsh, I think, about to go and join him.
Not sure who he's yelling at.
Well, you may as well get your money worth if you're going to get kicked out.
Well, yeah, but one of those guys the Storm really don't want to be exiting the building too early, that's for sure. He's one that can get him some help and get him back in the game, so the loss is a big one.
Welcome back to Steelers TV Live. Richlow has questions that he would like answering.
They didn't have enough time in between periods to discuss it, I guess.
Well, Nick Welsh is back in the game. He is in the penalty box. Oh, we've got a fight already. Hurd is fighting with Locke before the period even starts. This is insane.
Yeah, they were talking along by the penalty boxes as they were skating around, and
I've not seen this in years.
And then they just started throwing.
That'll be an ejection for sure.
I would have thought as Hurd's trying to go after him again.
Mitchell Hurd is giving it the big one. He is so pumped up. But he's out of the game for sure. Fighting Kyle Locke before the start of the second period. So let's keep him away from it, then tip it inside. Harper bunts it on a little further. The Steelers attacking with speed. Going to get it across to Diffley. Oh, he got the shot on target. And there was the little blink of the red light from the goal judge who thought that might have been getting behind Derrida.
Good board battles again.
Storm win that one, and they've got 4 up in this rush. They'll try and switch play across. Francis. Backhand spinning pass. He comes out front, and what a kick save. Denying Genian is Greenfield.
Here's Matt Greenfield making a save. Good reaction from nice push out. We always say that. You know, you can tell when a goalie's reacting to it. You can see he gets a good push straight towards the player. Really cuts the angle down in a hurry. You can see his head whipping around. He's looking for him. He finds him early, and he pops out right away and covers that low area.
Good anticipation from Ergang, and he's driving forward, and he plays the pass across, and Greenfield keeps Storm out again. He's the Steelers' standout player of the second period so far, with 2 huge saves in quick succession.
Chipping it out, and look at that. Oh, a little unlucky. If you look at where this goes, he goes back across the grain.
Fired straight into Balmas. Back down the boards for Usula. Tries to feed it across. Tremblay just wouldn't settle down for him. He gets it back. Balmas hits the post.
Wow, hits the post hard and bounces straight back. There you see the stick go off with Tremblay, and it bounces around a little bit. And you can see how fast even the official. Oof, good thing that hits the post. that might have been a bit of a painful one for the referee behind the net.
Shot count here in the second period is 15-5 in the Steelers' favour. Diffley leaves it for Balmas. Balmas, the angle's tight, but it doesn't bother a goal scorer like him. The Iceman can score from anywhere.
You watch the angle of where this shot is from. That's near enough right on the goal line, and it's a lefty as well. It's not even a righty where you get to have a better look at it. You see where it is. That's a tight one. Netminder's trying to get across. He does read it, but watch where this is. You know, that's a foot outside with a lefty coming in. He doesn't have a lot, but watch Netminder right there. He knows it's coming back, but he can't do anything about it.
Sent through, and the tip from Tremblay goes wide of the goal. Steelers get to it. Can't play a little bank pass off the back of the goal, and Storm will be able to clear. Kelly couldn't block Hayden. Come through to Gilmore. Back for Hayden. Whips it out to the blue line. Storm with another shooting chance, and they hit the post. And here's Earhart with another one, and it slipped off his stick under pressure from Balmas. Oh, Storm, so close. But right now, it doesn't feel like their day.
No, Steelers doing a good job in the offensive zone, but tired forwards don't get off the ice, and they over back check too deep, and Storm get it back to the blue line with some fresh legs and pound one off the post of Greenfield.
Danger's not over. Gilmore. Johnson was crowded out. The Steelers play it away.
Big battle on the blue line here.
It won't slide as far as the net, even though it was on target. Didn't have enough behind it. Cormier can't poke it across the line. Will now have to deal with the pressure that's applied to him in the corner. He tries to kick it forward. And the Steelers get to this. And the net is empty. And Dowd is carrying it forward. And his shot was blocked. Body on the line for Gilmore, but a follow-up will go.
One step closer.
Second time of asking. And the Steelers have their fourth into the empty goal. The gamble, it was always unlikely to come off. But Storm's last chance fails. Robert Dowd has another Steelers goal, 8 on the season. Kane's forward. Storm close in, but the Steelers quite exactly broken Storm's spirit, but the little jump they had after the timeout and taken away by that empty net goal.
How unlucky is the goalpost now, Jonathan, on that?
There's an opportunity that the Steelers get another. It's Cliff Pooh from Harper's Feed, and the Steelers have 5.
Yeah, wow, that was a bullet off of a great feed, but watch how quick Cliff Pooh gets this away. That's a fantastic effort from him. Not much Netminder can do on this one as that gets fired into the top corner. Takes up a great spot. Look at that, just nice and high, and then on and off the stick.
And the puck is back with Robert Dowd. He's going to make sure that no Manchester player gets anywhere near it for the final few seconds of the game. The Steelers close out their weekend with a 5-0 shutout of the Manchester Storm. It's another one for Matt Greenfield. He continues to pile up 21 solo shutouts for Matt Greenfield in his Sheffield Steelers career. In front of 7,739. Matt Greenfield will do his Eddie. And it's a full team effort this time. And even from the locker room, Mitchell Hurd will have heard that. A goal and 2 fights for Mitchell Hurd. And his celebration performed by all of the Steelers players that remain down on the ice. Coach, a nice bounce back from last night.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we played well last night too. So it was, for me, it was 120 minutes of high compete from our group. Nice, good start tonight with us to go up 2-0. We've started a little slow lately, so it was nice for us to get a lead and then not give it back and extend. complete 60, I thought, though, and it was one of those nights where I felt really good about our game over the entire weekend from a consistency point of view, and there was a lot of positive play.
And it was important that the team did see a game out without any dramas, because having lost a lead late last night, a 3-goal lead disappeared against Manchester here last time. A few times this season the Steelers haven't always seen games through, but that was much more of a clinic.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought we were stingy defensively. For the most part, everything they got was kind of off our mistakes again, and you're going to make mistakes in games, but I felt like we limited them tonight, and especially when we got pucks into the ozone, I thought they had a really hard time handling us, and we could extend play. We got pucks to the paint tonight, and it was a good complete 60. We rolled 4 lines. It was nice to see Schuds, Ivan, and Reese get some extended minutes tonight as well, and was a good night.
And a busy night for Mitchell Hurd, albeit a short one. He scored in his first shift of the game and then had 2 more fights, and then he was done.
Yeah, that's how it works sometimes. Obviously, great to see him get us going, and then, again, we want to be a team that sticks up for each other and is willing to answer the bell when needed, and he's a guy that when we brought him in, we know that's something that he will do. I thought he energized the crowd for sure, and got some life into the building.
Another goal for Mitchell Balmas tonight. He's on a real hot streak at the moment. A few fans will be thinking, can we get him signed up to the same sort of contract that Matt Greenfield's got?
Yeah, that's one for another day for sure, but it's great to see Balms finding his game. 2 of those goals were off great looks from Mikko behind the net there. Balms finding the soft spot from the Rockstar zone on the one tonight, and then obviously that 2-on-1 goal last night was absolutely great goal. Showed some great patience there, and he's feeling good right now about his game, and it was also good to see Mikko get going.
And attention now turns to the Panthers here. Huge game next Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. It'll be a good feeling going into these next 2 days with just how well we've played and how consistent we were, so we'll be able to watch some tape on that Nottingham game, and that we'll kind of use that as our prep. I know they play in Dundee tonight, and then on Friday I think they play Glasgow at home. But we know how important that game will be here next Saturday.
We're pretty much at the quarter mark of the league season now. How do you assess where things stand?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one for me because I feel like we're tied for first in the league right now, and first overall seed in the cup. Power play, was top 2 in the league. Penalty kills first in the league. So that stat-wise, everything looks pretty good. I think we're all a little bit of a perfectionist in this business, and you're always looking for things that we can do better as a group, and I thought this weekend was a step in the right direction from a consistency point of view, which is something that I think that will be huge for us moving forward.
Coach, defeat for your team tonight, how would you summarise that?
Well, I thought Sheffield played with a lot of desperation. They came out with a lot of urgency. They took it to us. We stood around watching a lot tonight. There's a few games. We've had a tendency now. We've played 2 or 3 strong games, and then we have a complete stinker. So we got to address that right away. But again, full credit to Sheffield. They took their game plan and applied it. Tonight, we didn't have much pushback. I thought the guys really wanted to. I thought, there was intent, but we just did not have it tonight. It wasn't our best performance, and the score reflects that.
It's always difficult when you go behind as early as you did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a simple D down face-off play, and we're just kind of standing around watching in the D zone. We can close that gap right away and kill the play, but we don't. They get a stick on it, bat one out of the air, and we're behind the 8 ball early. So it's tough to play from behind. We had an emotional game last night, albeit, but at the end of the day, it's not the performance that we expect from our team, and they know that our standards, as high as it is, and there's a reason for that. We have a lot of belief in that room. I think we have a good group and a really solid hockey team, but we didn't show it tonight.
You were outshot in the second period 16-6, but the chances that you did create, those 6 were good scoring chances. How frustrating was it to not come away with something to show for your efforts?
Yeah, I think, Sheffield did a good job clogging up the middle. We were forced to make a lot of plays through people. We weren't connected as we would have liked. I think there was just too much separation between players, and when that happens, Sheffield counters quick. So we had a lot of turnovers at the blue lines that ended up with us having to back check 200 feet, which is not what you want. It wears you down, and it showed.
The game was 3-0 till pretty late on. You decided to gamble with pulling the netminder after the timeout. Was there any thought of doing that on the power play with 10 minutes to go, or was that a little too soon?
Yeah, I think that would have been a little too brave for my liking, but we don't want to quit on any game. I still think, 3-0, we had a couple good looks. Greeny had a few good saves there, and we hit a post. Like to see one go in, but we're willing to make that risk with 4 or 5 minutes left. I think we have the horses that can put the puck in the back of the net. So it's definitely something. 10 minutes was probably a little bit early, but 5 we were willing to risk.
16 points on the board, a quarter of the way through the league season. How do you assess the first quarter?
Yeah, we've had a good start. We've established our identity. We're a team that can play with any team in this league and not only play with them but beat them. So it's we've been able to show that over time. But again, we needed more consistency in our game. We need to get to our game right away, and we need to find a way to really put teams on their heels rather than standing around and watching. We want to take it to teams, get our four-stack established, and get our D involved in the offense. And I think tonight wasn't it, but moving forward, we expect to see more of that.
Plenty of rough stuff out there. What was your view of it all?
Yeah, I really like Kyle Locke stepping up there. I mean, I don't really think he had a choice. I think he seemed to want him there. I don't know what happened or what was said, but I didn't really like, Tansey going after Welsh, to be honest. I don't know how the hell we are shorthanded out of that situation, but we stick up for each other. We care about each other, and no one's going to push us around. We have plenty of toughness.